What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. So I wanted to make a video about the 3 tips that I have for people when it comes down to buying your first property, especially at a young age. I think that this can benefit everyone regardless of the age that you are at, but I think that this, is kind of more guided to the younger crowd. So one of the first things that I think is the biggest mistake that people usually avoid is they choose to not get a job, and especially if they do get a job, it's one of the minimum wage jobs. I totally understand for those that want to work at maybe a fast food restaurant, whatever the case may be. I don't feel like minimum wage jobs are really self-sufficient. If you're watching this video, then you're someone that's most likely motivated to making things happen. And with that being said, I think sales-based jobs, commission-based jobs, and jobs that are based on your actual hard work, the actual work that you put in, you get a return of what it is that you put out. Car sales, technology sales, telecommunication sales, online sales. There's so many positions that you don't need a college degree. All you have to be is motivated and driven by numbers. And with that being said, you're able to make way above the average minimum wage. And let me give you guys an example. I got my first job such as this when I was 18 years old, and it was a commission-based job for a telecommunication company. It made me around $55,000 my first year. With that being said, leading up to when I was 20, qualifying for my first property, I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they don't go for a job that pays them well. Again, leading back to that first thing, they focus on if they get a job at a minimum wage job, or regardless of what the case may be, an hourly based job that does not really incentivize or motivate you to work more, then you are kind of stuck in a bubble. You're only limited to the amount of hours you can work. Therefore, the output is a fixed number. There's no more that you can, you can only work the amount of hours within the day. If there's an incentive when it comes down to sales and whatever it is that you put out, that's what you get compensated with. And that's why I think sales is such an untapped market that I don't think a lot of young individuals know that all these, technology sales, telecommunication sales, car sales companies are willing to give younger individuals the opportunity to work for them because they are so driven, because they can mold the type of person that you can turn out to be. And I think that's really what led to my success. From a very early age, I was, driven by numbers, and I was always looking for new ways on how to make money and how to maximize the amount of money that I made. And sales is a great way to do that. That would be my first tip. If you have a minimum wage job or a job that's based on an hourly wage, I would look and apply that compensate you based on commission or sales or an actual output that is not restricted due to the amount of hours that you can actually work. The second thing that I think people make a huge mistake on is their credit. They think that they're building their credit is extremely difficult. For me, I don't know why it is that people had such a bad experience, but for me, within 6 months of opening a secured credit card with a local bank, I was able to get my credit score up to 720 to 730 if I'm not mistaken. That's how it came out for my FICO score when they ran my credit to get me pre-qualified for my first property at age 20. 6 months, that's all. It was a $300 secured credit card, which means that once I applied for that secured credit card, I wasn't getting qualified for any credit cards because I had no credit. I didn't have bad, I didn't have good, no credit. I took out a secured credit card with a local bank, which then allowed me to have a $300 credit limit because I put a $300 security deposit, and every month I would use almost the full $300 and pay it off every month, every single month. There was not one month that I ever paid late to this day. And I'm 22 years old. It's been 2 years. It's been like a year and a half since I took out that card. Never have I paid. I have 2 credit cards, and never have I paid any of them late. And it's because I'm disciplined and I do what I'm supposed to. You can set them in automatic payments, have them pay for themselves. You should not be spending what you don't have. So if you're not someone that can do that, then you might want to work on making sure that you know how to manage your income and your expenses, and to have that balanced out first before you take on another form of liability, which can potentially be a property, because if you don't buy it, at the best point within the market, then obviously that's another thing that's adding to your overall debt, right? So that is one of the second things that I want to make sure that you guys cover. The third thing that I want you guys to know, that when it comes down to purchasing your first property or a series of properties, commissions for the real estate agents, the title company fees, and everything that it comes down to, even the overall purchase price of the home, those are all not fixed numbers. There are certain fixed prices that the title company has, that the real estate agent might have, that when purchasing the property that they might have, but altogether everything can be negotiated, from the closing costs to the commission that you pay the real estate agent to the overall purchase price of the home. Know that. Just to give you guys an idea, when it came down to some of the fees that I was going to incur for one of my most recent purchases for the condo, I was originally quoted about $6,000 in closing costs, and I paid the house cash. I paid the condo cash. $6,000 is what around the title company wanted to charge me. I got it down to, I think, a little bit over $1,600. Just gives you a perspective and an understanding that all these fees, if they want to close the deal, they would be willing to make it happen. What did I do? Did I threaten them, anything like that? No. I'm professional and I don't want to, subjugate anyone. So therefore, I reached out to another title company and I said, hey, I'm paying cash for this company, for this condo. What can you do for me? I don't want to incur any, random fees. I want to pay cash and you guys take care of the transfer of title. They're like base minimum. I think they said about $2,000. Reached out to, the original title company, told them what I did. Hey, look, this company is willing to do it for me for $2,000. I've worked with you guys before, and now you're saying that I have to pay $6,000. What's going on? Brought it down. It took one phone call. One phone call saved me a little bit over $4,000. What is that phone call worth to you? What is that question worth to you? Be confident, know that these are not fixed numbers, and be willing to negotiate. Purchase price, commission, and also the title company fees. Building your credit, building that stable income, saving money and reducing your debt, and then making sure that you are aware of the fees and the overall cost that you are going to incur when it comes down to purchasing your home. This is a very simple and very basic. Again, I'm not a full-fledged real estate investor. It's just something that I do as a hobby. I do have a series of properties, a little bit more than what the average 22-year-old has. But again, I am no professional, so make sure that you get in contact with a real estate agent. Make sure you get in contact with a lending agent that you trust, and make sure that you become familiar with the market that you are going to invest in. Don't ask me if this is a good deal. I don't know your area. I'm not a real estate investor. This is just something that I do as a hobby, and when a good opportunity presents itself, I do my own due diligence and I take advantage of it. I don't need to ask anyone, hey, is this a good deal? I would be willing to look at the comps, do my own due diligence, make sure what the property was worth in 2008, 2009, and get a better understanding of what the valuation and the market price of the property is and what it's being sold for. With that, I can make a much more reasonable offer because I have a better understanding than I think the average individual when it comes down to investing in real estate. And I hope that this video can guide you in the right directions. So again, 3 points: credit, stable income or increasing your income to provide more stability, making sure that you have savings and that you reduce debt. And then the last thing is knowing that there are no fixed fees when it comes down to the purchase price, when it comes down to the title company fees, and when it comes down to the real estate agent commissions. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives you in your success. And like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. All the links are down below if you guys want to stay connected. I do offer a networking platform that is free. Over 60,000 members within our group. It's TechBud Solutions. That's the second link in the description. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about how I invest in real estate in the stock market and how I buy and resell cars, that is the first link in the description, and I would love to be a part of your success any way that I can. I hope you guys all had an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are looking forward towards ending the year on a green note, and the only way that we can do that is if we plan for it and work towards it. Like always, guys, take it easy.
I'm at my prime. Yeah. I'm at my prime. Whoa. Have I gone too far? Do you detect something different? If you look